What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Formcast, episode 31, coming at you from a different angle. We've got the rail cam as our camera for the YouTube video for this podcast. If you haven't seen it or haven't seen the angle, it's not moving right now for the podcast purpose, but it moves during stream. I think it's pretty dope. I talked about it in one of my recent podcast episodes about buying new stuff for your stream. Episode 31 comes at you with a little bit of a rant. I'm gonna rant about something that I am so annoyed with every time I see it in the streaming world, that I know so many people are annoyed with it too, but it works and people engage and people support it, and I just don't understand. I never will understand, and that is of a uncapped subathon. It just doesn't make sense. Now, I've been doing this for 3 years, and I don't know if a subathon means just stream day after day, you know, because people track days, right? Uncapped subathon, day 25, day 3, day 5, day 9, day 17, whatever. That's what people seem to be tracking. Now, I just turned my AC off. Hopefully the sound was okay till then. Apologies, but I don't know if that's what it was meant to be. When I hear of subathon, I think of pay to increase time. Stay live until a timer goes down. There are so many people who do this, okay? And I know you guys have seen it. If you're listening to this, I know you've seen it. And I know it's probably been like a WTF moment for you. Why are people sleeping more during their subathons than I get in my regular day-to-day life? And why are people who stream 7 days a week, 3-4 hours a day, whatever, not calling it a subathon? Could they? Could they all of a sudden receive a bunch of support to put this timer on and make it go to a higher number? Because what happens is, right, people sub up, they throw bits, donations, whatever you want. Streamers monetize it however they want. But the timer will go up, right? It goes up to 70 hours remaining, 100 hours remaining. But then that person goes to sleep for like 12 of those hours. I've literally seen it. People will go to bed, not come back till like late afternoon that day. And they go to bed at like 2 in the morning. I go to bed at 2 in the morning and I'm here at like a 9:30 a.m. stream and we'll stream all day if we want, but it's just kind of ridiculous to me that people will spend their hard-earned money for this type of event. And yes, it's to support the content creator, but that type of support never goes their way unless it's called a subathon and there's a timer. For example, you're streaming, timer is set to 12 hours and it's going down. Someone gives 100 subs. All of a sudden it's at like, let's, for example, say 40 hours, whatever it is, right? Okay, you've been streaming for like nearly 11 hours. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. So that person just paid for like, let's say 20 hours to be added, and half of those hours you're sleeping. As someone who like would support or pay for that, I would feel like I would need to guess or not guess, but second guess and question. Well, I just paid for that timer to go up and it's literally just going down and it's they're sleeping. They're not there. They're not live. I thought, now, please correct me in the YouTube comments if I'm wrong, but I thought a subathon was like pay to make the timer go up to keep the streamer on air. I can keep my PCs on all the time, a clock ticking down and a uptime clock ticking upwards for however long we want. And I don't see it as this amazing feat if you've been streaming for 20 days straight. I've streamed for, I don't know, let's say maybe 11 days straight just because. My day off on my Monday, I ended up streaming. Actually, today's a Tuesday. I've streamed 7 days straight. No like need to put a timer on. I've gone to bed at normal times. Were my streams 10 hours long then I went to bed? No. But could have they been? Yeah. So I just don't see, it's a bit of a rant. Like I said, I'm sharing my opinion. And these types of events bring out all these people who want to like throw money, subs, and bits. Which, by the way, like, why don't you incentivize donations? Because that way the platforms, whatever you're on, don't take a portion, whether it's 50% or 5% or 20%, 30%, whatever it is. I don't know, just a thought if you're going to do it anyways. But then does it feel weird if you're saying only certain dollar amounts increase the time rather than a sub count? I don't know. Human beings are weird. But people come out of the woodwork and throw their credit cards at these types of events, so it works. People will make thousands of subs where normally they probably wouldn't make near that much, but maybe a little bit. You know what I mean? Now, some of them have giveaways. Some of them have, we're going to give back hundreds of dollars back and all that kind of stuff. So I get it where there's incentives, but a lot of times it's just like, donate to make the clock go up. I'm going to go to bed. Why this brought up the idea to talk about this on the podcast is, one, it's my podcast, so I can talk whatever I want. Two, which I've always kept it pretty like PG in terms of like streamer drama stuff, which I don't need to, but I want to. And two, I recently saw someone. Okay, two things here. I recently saw someone doing a subathon, day 8 or something like that. I was like, oh wow, it's going well, right? Looked at all the numbers. Wow, that's a lot of subs. That's a lot of donations, all these things, right? I had no clue. The streamer's on stream, right? If I didn't look at the pinned message, it literally said, so-and-so is taking the day off. This is a replay of a previous stream. People were gifting subs during a replay of a stream. Alerts were going off when things weren't even actually happening because it was on the VOD. That blew my mind because people have paid for this time to go up and you're just taking a whole day. Now, recently I was told that someone that I know did a subathon, and anyways, it comes out that like took like whole days off, like, all these crazy things. And it's just like, I'm sorry, but I really feel bad for the people who support with all this crazy money, because like this is like hundreds of subs and thousands even. And some people are like, you know what? Subathon, uncapped. I get to keep you live as long as I can. All right, here's like fucking $1,000 worth of subs. Well, guess what? I'm going to sleep for half of that time. So I don't know. I feel bad. I don't know if people who do that, who support these events, even care or even think about it. Maybe they don't. Maybe they never do. Maybe they never will even think about it or whatever. But I'm sitting here like, there's no way in my right mind that I could support, even if your content is amazing, for the time to go up, knowing you are going to go to sleep. Last night, I was on a stream, subathon. Before I even went to bed, they were in bed. Woke up, did my day. It's like 5 p.m. my time, and they finally get on. That's over 12 hours of just not there. I just don't understand it. I never will. This is why I don't do an uncapped subathon. Not to mention, like, if you're going to do, in my personal opinion, if you're going to do a subathon where people pay for time, cap it at a time that is quite a marathon for you to do. I've done 24-hour streams. I've done just over 24-hour streams. I say, if you think you've done 24 hours and that's, a stretch, but you want to push yourself, do a cap subathon for 36 hours. But why don't people do that? Why would people just not just cap it? And then that way they're there the whole time with no sleep, just breaks for food and go to the bathroom. That's what I do during my 24 hours is we don't break. We don't do anything. We just stay on live. We play games. We chat. We do whatever. Why do people not do that then, Form? Right? Well, because then the clock stops, the event stops, and the money stops coming in. It's all about money. Every subathon is about money. You see it when people have bad months. You see it during tax season. Income tax payouts are coming soon. Everyone does a subathon during the month of February and March. It's a mental game to get people to support financially, and I just don't understand it, because if you were sitting there and if you go to sleep maybe for like 3 hours, sure, you're live on your stream, blah blah blah. But if you're just like playing reruns of your VODs and you're just out to fucking dinner with your friends and people are supporting you, or have supported, and the time they paid to put on there is just going down and you're not even there, to be honest, to me, that is just is gross. Like, it's just disgusting when it comes to giving your viewers the best experience possible. And as a streamer and content creator, I think entertainment value is the utmost important piece to the whole thing. Not how many subs you get, not how many bits are cheered, not how much money you make. You should be given the same entertainment value whether you made $0 that month or whether you made $1,000 that month or 10,000. But that's my opinion, and it's not necessarily shared by everybody. But so many people come to me with, "Oh my god, did you see this? Did you see that? Look at this, look at that." I don't get into all that stuff. I don't go like looking into it too much. But I can tell the general opinion of like level-headed people is that these uncapped subathons where people sleep for 10, 12 hours a night is just kind of gross, because I could do the same, call it a subathon, and I'm just fooling people into giving me more money because there was a timer. Hell, some of these subathons don't even have the timer at the end of the time. You don't even know how much time is left. I don't know. Who's keeping track, right? I don't know. I think this is just a quick tidbit about subathons. There's so much more to talk about it. I do think they can be done properly. I think they bring in a lot of different type of people. You can do so many things because you're live for so much longer than normal, maybe. You could do community things. You could do a single story game. You could do giveaways. You could do prizes based on how much support is given to you. But at that point, I think it gets a little ridiculous, like I said, when you're going to sleep every night for your 10, 12 hours. You're going out to concerts during the day while your stream is live and it's just playing YouTube or whatever the heck people do. But this is my personal opinion, and I have to say that so many times because people will listen to this and be like, "Oh my God, did you hear what Farm said?" Yeah, and so many people have said the exact same thing to me, but I decided to put on the podcast, and they don't have a podcast. They don't have a platform to share their opinions, and they definitely won't tweet about it because they'll probably lose friends. And losing internet friends is like the craziest thing of life, right? Because of an opinion, of course. Losing good friends sucks, of course. Food for thought. Speaking of food, I had quesadilla and tostadas tonight. Pulled pork tostada. Oh, that was so delicious. So it is Tuesday while I record this. If you're listening to this on any other day than Tuesday, you need to go get yourself a taco, a burrito, pizza, or a burger and enjoy it. It's a cheat day for you. I allow it. We'll catch you next time, episode 32, coming next week. No clue what we're going to talk about. Maybe the fact that I haven't been kicked out of my office yet and how loud we get. And how when I just did that, I heard someone in the hallway close the door and they're probably like, "What the hell is going on in there?" Thanks for listening. Thanks for downloading on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Leave a comment down below if you wish. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We are literally, I think, like 30-some subs off of 1,000. Maybe long-form YouTube stuff coming soon. I don't know. Life is crazy. I want to buy the motorcycle that's on my desktop right now if you're on YouTube watching. It's expensive. Ugh, I got to stop eating burritos. We'll catch you next time. Cheers.